Hey everyone, how's it going today? cryptoFOXXY here. Thanks so much for stopping by the channel. So this video, we are going to take a look at Ripple XRP. It's struggling right now to maintain that $2 mark. So we're going to take a look at what's going on behind the scenes and why the crypto market is basically struggling at this point. So let's jump into it in this video. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and follow me on X as well if you're watching over there. I do apologize. I haven't been around the last little bit. I've been doing some volunteer work. I do it every year around Christmas time. I actually organize a charity event for that brings in toys for families who are struggling around the Christmas season. Just helps take some of the burden off of families, and people are struggling right now with the cost of living. So love doing this. It's my 8th year doing it, and it's a very taxing on me. It's quite an event, and we do 3 days out in the cold. My lips are raw. I'm exhausted, and but back to work today. Things are going to get back to normal here for me from here on out. So what's going on with XRP? XRP it has crashed. This is the sharpest decline we saw, sharpest drop that we've saw in the last month. And the main reason why XRP price is crashing is because of the sentiment in the crypto market. Like we really can't, we really can't see beyond that. Right now, crypto is just absolutely not doing a whole heck of a lot. We're treading water right now at this point, and a lot of it has to do with the Federal Reserve, which we'll get into a little bit later in the video. The crypto fear and greed index remains in the fear zone of 20. So people are really sitting on the sidelines. They're scared to invest right now because they don't know what's going to happen down the road. And that's really a lot of what we're seeing right now, a lot of what's going on. We're seeing some liquidations rising to about 16 million, well above the previous day's 2.27 million. And this liquidation, while high, was much lower than others like Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Zcash. So I think right now, Ripple is showing some strength. However, it's struggling, and hopefully we can hold that $2 mark. Now, we formed a descending channel pattern, and it's remained below the 50 and 200-day exponential moving averages. I'm just going to blow this up so you guys can see it a little bit better. So this is the chart we're looking at right here. We can see that descending channel pattern right here in between these. I believe those are blue lines. Now, this is below the 50 and 200-day EMAs, and these two averages formed a death cross on November the 6th at the 50-day moving average. So November the 6th would be right here. We can see where these two lines crossed right here. And that's where the death cross did occur. So obviously, death crosses are usually kind of a lagging indicator, so they've already kind of happened. However, it's still, obviously not a great. It's not a bullish pattern whatsoever. Now, bullish fundamentals are still here. We could potentially see a little bit of a boost in price from strong demand from American investors. This has been pushing ETF inflows up to about $666 million. These funds now are holding about $687 million, which is equivalent to about 0.52 of the market cap. We're also seeing rising activity on the XRP ledger, which means it's being used. DeFi Llama is showing the amount of stable coins on the XRP ledger has risen over 90% in the last 30 days. So what's happening there? Normally when you see stable coins increase like that, when their accumulation, they've increased on a network, that usually means people are putting their money into stable coins to avoid any kind of move down so that they can maintain their funds at the level that they sell them at, right? So they put them over into stable coins, leave them on the side, and kind of wait for a re-entry point. Now, combined with assets in Ethereum, RLUSD now has over 1.3 billion in assets. And then we also did have a recent investment in Ripple Labs by Citadel and Fortress Investment. Now, the company received about $500 million in cash at a valuation of about $40 billion, making it one of the biggest companies in the crypto industry. So taking a look right here at XRP, we're seeing, a ton of movement going on last week, last month, ton of movement going on there, followed by a large decline. We saw a little bit of sideways movement here in the last few days, and then boom, obviously we saw a big sell-off going on there. And this is my indicator, CF Algo. You can take a look at it, head over to cfalgo.com. Comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee if you are interested in checking it out. Runs on the TradingView platform, which is the biggest trading platform basically in the world. So a ton of people use this. You can use it on different charts. You can use it on Forex, and stocks, forex, crypto, you name it. If TradingView has a chart for it, CF Algo will work on it as well. So taking a look at the economic calendar. So this is what I was getting into back when we first started the video here. Why the crypto market is scared right now. So we're going to take a look at that here. I'm just going to change my view here. See, okay, you guys don't need to see that all blown up, but this week's major U.S. economic reports. So we have a number of things here right now that are delayed. So things are delayed because the government shutdown that had happened. So some of these reports, the FOMC, the Federal Reserve is not going to have some of the reports for their next rate cut decision. No, sorry, interest rate decision. That's not always a cut. Interest rate decision. They don't always have. They're not going to have all of the information that they normally rely on. So that's why the market right now is a little bit scared. We're seeing a ton of, people waiting on the side, like I said, stable coins pile up, that kind of thing, and people just taking their money out of the market, taking it out of riskier assets like crypto. So, we obviously this is Friday. So Friday, so we've got, or sorry, what am I looking at here? Okay, so we've got a few things going on there. Obviously, a few things are missing. So getting into jobless claims, so we should have that information on Thursday, December 4th. Then we have a bunch of delayed reports again on Friday. That's kind of what I was looking at because PCE and CPE and all those are very important to the Fed. Then we got nothing scheduled for next week on Monday, and then we have jobs is again delayed report. So this is going to really impact their decision making because they're just not going to have the information available to them that they normally have. So we're going to have the interest rate decision on Wednesday, December the 10th, and then followed by Fed Chair Powell's press conference. So I'll probably be doing a bit of a live stream there because this is really going to set the stage of what happens for the rest of this month. I think, really the market is very weary in what's going on, and this is also impacting Ripple XRP as well. So we're going to obviously keep close tabs on this, guys. That's what I got for you in this video. You know, this is just another blip in another blip in the progress, right? Obviously, we have a few things to work out here. Economic data is not as favorable as it was. We also lost a lot of data for the Fed to make their decisions, and I think that it's just keeping the market. It's kind of a little setback in the market, right? So people are just kind of not favoring investing in risk assets right now, which is crypto. But the long term aspect, the long term goal in crypto is stays the same for me. I think long term vision, we're looking really good. We've never seen um, so much adoption in crypto as we have in 2025. It's been absolutely crazy, and normally things that would send the market previous years has not been really moving the needle because of a lot of, like I said, a lot of macro factors, right? So obviously, we're here, and stay tuned. Make sure you guys subscribe, and we'll update you down the road. So thanks for tuning in. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.